So this is one thing I definitely haven't talked on the channel about yet. The disrespect of a woman. Lately I've been seeing a lot of dudes that are losing their lives, man. They're taking out the girlfriend, they're unaliving their girlfriend, and they're unaliving themselves. A lot of younger dudes, man, and grown men as well. And let me just say this. If you can't handle disrespect from a woman, then you should not be in a relationship, because it's going to happen. And that doesn't mean that you just up and leave and say we're done because she disrespects you. And it all depends on the woman too. It all depends on the woman. It depends on how far along you are in the relationship. You know, a lot of these things matter when it comes to disrespect from a woman, because it's going to happen. And how you react, how you deal with it is going to show everything. You have women that are just completely disrespectful, don't really have respect for a man, not because they want to be combative, but just because they weren't raised with a father figure in their life, or they weren't raised with a father that they could respect, you know? And then you have women that just are just intentionally disrespectful. So you have to ask yourself, what type of woman is this? You know? As far as a new relationship, you nip it in the bud. You tell her right there, don't ever disrespect me. And then you kind of treat her like, you know what I'm saying? It honestly depends on what type of disrespect we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? If she calls you out your name, she calling you all wild names, you know what I'm saying? You nip it in the bud. You tell her, don't ever talk to me like that again. Have I disrespected you? No, so don't disrespect me. And then depending on her reaction, if she apologizes, you know, then you could kind of move forward and give her another chance, you know? But if she's back and forth combative with you, arguing back and forth, then you cut her off. You say, all right, you know what? I'm going to bring you home, or you know what? This is going to be the last time we're going out for a while. And you pretty much cut her off. You stop texting her. You cut off all communication. Now listen, once you cut off all communication after you told her about herself, if she doesn't reach out to you apologizing, if she doesn't try to reach out to you to try to make things work or have a conversation, then it wasn't worth it, you know? But a woman that once you cut off all communication, if she tries to reach out to you, apologize, and she wants to talk, you know, then you should hear her out. You should give her a chance, because that is a woman that is still interested in you and willing to possibly make a change. Now, listen, this is very important right here. After that, if that woman reaches out and you kind of have a conversation with her, it may be an uphill battle. I'm not going to lie to you. You may have to get down to the source and find out why she is the way she is, why she's disrespecting you, talking to you the way she is, and it may not stop. She may do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, when it comes to something like this, how pretty is she? You know, how fine is her body? Does she have all the other qualities you are looking for in a woman? Is she fit? Is she feminine? You know? Does she cook? Does she clean? Is she willing to serve king's treatment? These are all the things you got to think about if you're willing to fight this uphill battle. Now, just because it's an uphill battle doesn't mean you won't see victory. All right? A lot of people talk about an uphill battle that you won't win. This is an uphill battle that you may win. But you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Because a lot of dudes will say, just walk away. Walk away, don't take the first time of disrespect, walk away. But if you are a dude who is not willing to relocate, who can't afford to relocate and move to a different state, move to a different city, your options may be limited. Depending on your demographic, depending on your age, depending on how much money you make, depending on your looks, your physique. If you're too lazy, you don't want to work on your physique, if you're fine, content with how you are, how you look, then you may want to be patient and work with this female. You know, and try to get to the source and find out, you know, does she have both parents in her life? Where's her father? You know, her past relationships. Was her ex abusive? Did he disrespect her? Is she just taking out on you what she should have been taking out her ex? You know, because like I said, a lot of dudes are not willing to relocate. Your options may be limited, man. You can't be that dude that's known around your city, around your town, your local area, that's known for just always hitting on girls, or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I know about him. He was just dating my homegirl this. He was dating my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Then you make a name for yourself, and it's not a positive name. You know? You have females don't want to mess with you, oh, because you messed with this girl I knew. So, it may be worth it, you know, to have a few chicks that you just entertain as far as company, nothing serious, but this one chick that you're really interested in, she may be a little disrespectful, but it may be worth it to work on her, depending on what type of disrespect we're talking about. Now, women who put their hands on you, obviously, you should walk away. Completely. Don't ever talk to her again. Block her. There's no chances. A woman who can't keep her hands to herself is extremely dangerous. Because who knows how far that could go in the long run. That could turn into her picking up a knife or picking up a gun and aiming it towards you and using it on you. Or it could turn into you one day just, you know what I'm saying, getting fed up with her putting her hands on you. Because, like, man, she a female. She don't even hit that hard. She using all her might, but it ain't doing nothing. Not leaving no bruises. I barely felt that. So one day you just, you backhand her. Or you flip out. You black out. On some Jim Carrey on Me, Myself, and Irene. You've been holding in all the anger towards her. You just release it one day. That is the worst thing to do. That's the worst situation to be in. You know, a domestic violence charge. A strangulation charge. Hopefully YouTube don't block this video from me saying that. But there are dudes who end up doing these things to women. Because they're fed up. They're fed up with the disrespect. When they knew they shouldn't have been in a relationship in the first place because they couldn't handle the disrespect. Some dudes can't even handle a dude on the streets looking at them the wrong way. They're ready to fight. They're ready to up the tool. If you that type of dude, you definitely should not be in a relationship with a woman who's a little edgy. Or just with a woman in general. Because even the most fit, feminine, and friendly woman is going to disrespect you at some point. She's going to accidentally say, shut up. She's going to give you some type of attitude. You know? She's going to accidentally cuss at you. It's going to happen. It happens. Even in the most peaceful, pleasant relationships, it happens. But what really matters is what you do. Your reaction. It doesn't matter what happens. It matters what's your reaction. All right? If you don't take anything from this video, take that one quote. It never matters what happens. It matters about your reaction. And that is really ruining a lot of young men's, a lot of grown men's, and can ruin your life as well. If your reaction is not within the law. And again, always the best reaction as within the law is to walk away and block a woman and never talk to her again. But fellas, some women do need work, man. Some women do need work. Some women you may have to be a little bit more patient with, man. Some women been through a lot in their life, man. Had a lot of attacks on their life. A lot of attacks on their emotions. A lot of attacks on them physically. From men. There's been women who's been hurt by their uncles, by their fathers, you know, by stepfathers, all types of things. And again, these women may not be intentionally disrespecting you. That's why sometimes at the first sign of disrespect, you can't just say, oh, I'm cutting her off. Or I'm not going to say you can't because you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to say maybe you shouldn't just cut her off. Because your first 2 dates or your first month of interaction, she may not open up to you right away. She may not tell you about the physical abuse she went through, the sexual abuse she went through, dealing with, you know what I'm saying, an adult when she was younger. She may not tell you about that. She also may not tell you about her past relationship and the abuse she dealt with. A lot of women are embarrassed to tell you that their ex cheated on them and dogged them and hit them and they stayed. Because they feel like you're going to look at them like they're crazy. Like, damn, you were that desperate? You stayed with a dude that was abusive? You know? You got to remember, man, women are overthinkers. They're always in their head. They're always overthinkers. So a woman's going to think, I don't think I should tell him this right away. Maybe I should wait till I give him some box. And if he enjoys the box, if he likes it, then I'll tell him because, you know what I'm saying, my box is already good. He's already feeling me. You know, he's going to kind of feel like, you know what, I like her now already. Oh, let's go. Let me let him take me on 2-3 dates, spend some money on dinner before I tell him because maybe he'll feel like I already kind of invested in her, so I should give her a chance. Women think about all these things, man. That's why it also is up to you to not pressure a woman, but to try to really get into deep conversation on your first date, on your first phone conversation, whatever it is. The first time you sit down face to face with this woman after getting her number, you want to try to get as deep as you can into her habits, man, to her good habits, bad habits. You know? A lot of the times, man, when you first meet a woman you don't really know, you didn't meet her through a friend of a friend, and you ask her for her number, you interact with her, you can kind of tell if she, you know, is a disrespectful woman. You know? If you really experienced as a man, you should be able to just look at a woman and just kind of tell. Not always, because sometimes the most sweetest, innocent looking women could be extremely disrespectful, but some of the times, man, you could just look at how she's dressed. Look at her earrings. Does she have big hoop earrings? Does she have the long eyelashes, the long nails? The long fake weave, her hair that goes all the way down to her calves. Does she wear revealing clothing or clothing super tight that accentuates her body? You got to think about these things, because all these things will tie into if a woman respects a man. If a woman has respect for a man, she's not going to present herself in that manner, because no man is going to respect a woman that looks like that. The only man that respects a woman enough to be with her to disrespect her are rappers and hood dudes. I'm going to say that again. The only kind of man that would be with a woman that presents herself like that enough to respect her, to be with her, just to disrespect her once he gets with her, is a rapper or hood dudes. You people got to understand this stuff, man. So yeah. Also, a woman who has both parents in her life, that are active in her life, and she speaks highly of both of her parents, she's going to be more on the respectful side. So these are some of the things you always want to ask a woman. Instead of asking her what she brings to the table, not saying that's a wrong thing to ask her, but I'm tired of seeing how viral that went. How about, do you have both parents in your life? That's extremely important. A female raised by single mothers is not going to be easy to deal with. She's not. I'm sorry. The stuff she didn't experience living with her mom and growing up with her mom is going to play a huge effect on how she deals with men on a day-to-day relationship criteria, relationship world, relationship space, however you want to say it. So yeah, fellas, let's wrap this video up, man. Again, we're going to bring it home by saying, if it's a new relationship, if you're just starting to get to know her, and she verbally disrespects you, you nip it in the bud. You tell her, listen, I never disrespect you, so don't ever disrespect me. Don't do that again. And depending on her reaction, we'll let you know whether you could continue with this on working on things. Now, if you're deep into the relationship and the disrespect starts, because I didn't really talk about this, but we're going to end the video soon. If you're already deep into the relationship, you got kids with her, maybe she's your fiance now, you're married and stuff like that, and she just starts disrespecting you, cut her off, cut things off. And what I mean by that is withhold sex. Do not reward bad behavior. You got to treat women like kids sometimes, man, because they want to act like kids. A woman that you done planted your seed inside, and you done provided for. You know what I'm saying? I want to show y'all something real quick. Let me just can't. Can y'all see this crap? Look at this. Look at this dude. Shoot, let me take this off. Look at this, how dangerous this is, man. Extremely dangerous. Come on. Extremely dangerous. And we got to and go fast. You see how short that corner is, man? People are super entitled. Instead of him pulling to the driveway, this is what he does. Crazy. So yeah, you gotta treat women like children sometimes, man, because women act like a child. You done been providing for her, you done gave her your seed, and now she want to start disrespecting you, acting all different. So you cut off sex. You don't reward bad behavior. You don't give her no sex. You don't bring home her favorite dessert. You don't send flowers to her job. You don't rub her feet. You don't rub her back no more. You don't pump her gas. If y'all riding together and you pump it. You literally start cutting her. You start making her feel like she's single. Because when a woman that you done gave your seed to, that you done provided for, starts disrespecting you, she clearly wants to be single. She clearly wants to be single. So let her know how it feels. Give her a small taste, a small dose of what it would feel like to be single again. Sometimes you got to bring women back to reality once they start being immature, acting like children. And see if she switches up. Once you start, she's going to say, well, why are you not doing that? You used to always do this. You used to carry all the groceries. I used to do that. Oh, you keep, because you've been disrespecting me. So you obviously want to be single. That's what you tell her. And if she's not willing to switch up and change her act, then you know what you got to do, man. You got to start filing those divorce papers. Or you got to start investing money into your own apartment, your own space, so you can slowly, move out. And focus on yourself. Because self is wealth. Not only is health wealth, but self is wealth. Once you get disrespected by the woman you love and care about, been providing for, yourself is the most wealth you can do in that situation. Worry about yourself at that point, because she's not worried about you. She's not worried about how you feel and your feelings and make you feel good as a man. She wants you to feel down and low and beneath her. A lot of women get like this. Once they done gave you kids and they start to feel like they're losing their body and starting to lose themselves, they want to start disrespecting you so they can feel better about themselves and make you feel lower. Don't let that happen, fellas. All right. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, comment down below, share this video. I know you got some friends or some family members that you need to share this video with that needs to hear this. All right. I know you do. All right. Comment down below, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for the support. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace and love.